and the trainer is Kevin Johnson. And here is the 4 keys to the game provided by Mr. Chenier. Phil?
Well, first of all, let's look at the Hawks. They've got to do better than 23 turnovers, which resulted in 21 points for the Wizards. 34 points only in the second half for them. Also playing with urgency. They came off a 1-4 road trip, and they played like they had to win that game, and I think that was the difference in them pulling off and holding off the Washington in the last quarter. For Washington, they have to get off to a good start. They've been doing that most of the year, but last night, or 2 nights ago, only 13, down by as much as 13 points and 32%. And Dikembe defensively has been overpowering, especially in the first quarter. They've got to do something to minimize his effectiveness inside.
In the first game, too, Phil, we saw Dikembe Mutombo really played well by Terry Davis, and Davis had 12 rebounds in that game. The other night, Terry Davis could manage just 3 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, he only played 7 minutes. That probably was because Washington fell behind by so much. Bernie had to get more offensive potency in there, and that's what they did. Plus, they wanted a quicker lineup because they were trapping quite a bit.
Chris Webber turns, and the Wizards are already much hotter than they were Friday night, 1-for-1. Officials are Bennett Salvatore, Jim Kinsey, and Monty McCutcheon.
Well, offensively, they've got to mix up their offensive attack. It can't just be outside shots. It's got to be a combination of those shots and then attacking inside as well, even though Dikembe's one of the top shot blockers in the league.
He's got the ball now on Davis, gets him up in the air. That's blocked, and I don't think that was going to even hit the rim. It's a shame that Webber got a hold of it.
It was a low shot anyway. Webber showing some of the energy that probably spilled over from that conversation towards after the game, I should say, in Atlanta.
And from that angle, really, you couldn't tell effectively how short that shot was. Strickland, who was 3 of 16 Friday night, misses his first attempt.
Yeah, they only had 12 points out of their starting backcourt, so they've got to get more production between he and Calvert.
Steve Smith, who really went at it at the end of the game with both Howard and Webber. Of course, Smith from Michigan State, and Webber and Howard from Michigan, and the shot off the glass by Leitner is good. Christian Leitner had 17 points and 8 rebounds Friday night in the victory, and the first time these two met, he had 24 points and 11 rebounds. Inside Webber, and lost the pass to Davis, stolen by Atlanta. Whistle, and an offensive foul on Mutombo. Bernie Bickerstaff yelling at Jim Kinsey for him to make the call on the foul.
Well, it sounded almost like Bernie or one of the captains had already mentioned to the referees to watch out for Mutombo's elbows. He's rather gangly, and a lot of times he does use those forearms and elbows to clear out his opponent.
Very physical. Howard turns on Smith, in and out, no good. Rebound Atlanta. Hawks out-rebounded the Wizards Friday night, 44-37. Smith goes all the way and kicks it out. Whistle, and he stepped on the line. It's a turnover. Atlanta had 23 turnovers Friday night, which led to 21 Washington points. The Wizards just 8 turnovers in that game.
Yeah, big difference there. Washington ended up with 25 more shot attempts for the game than Atlanta.
32 of 90, and they shot just 35.6%. And it was much worse during the game, especially the first half. Chaney spots up for his first try. That's no good. Webber the rebound. A lot of hands. He dishes it off to Davis. He misses the layup. Good pass from Webber to Davis, but he was strong off the glass. Rick Kasner. Steve Smith's first attempt is long. Strickland battling and lost it out of bounds. They give it to Washington. Rod Strickland, one of the better rebounding guards in the NBA at 5.2 per contest.
That's a good number for a guard. He gets in there, though.
Bounce pass Webber goes up. That's blocked by Mutombo. He had 3 Friday night. And draws the boos from what are normally his hometown fans. Dikembe playing in Washington, but not at this arena. This is his first.
Well, you still have to continue to challenge him. You can't allow that shot blocking ability that he has to just take the inside game away.
Jawan connects from outside. His first basket, he and Weber have the 4 Washington points. The game tied at 4, and Lenny Wilkens wants a 22nd timeout.
You know, we talked about the presence defensively of Dikembe, and I was just really surprised that in that game, in the second half, he only played 11 minutes.
Yeah, we were both wondering why he sat on the bench so much. He finished with 6 points in the game, 7 rebounds, and 3 blocks. But they didn't use him much down the stretch. I went in to talk to him after the game, and one of the first things he said was, is Big John going to be there Sunday?
Well, is he here?
I haven't seen him, although Georgetown played here yesterday against St. John's. Don't know if John Thompson, his college coach, has shown up here today or not. Usually he does come to support his former players. Dikembe was one of his best.
Well, that's something that Washington did Friday night very well, was rotate their defense and didn't allow too many open shots.
Loose ball foul will be called on Steve Smith. Bernie Bickerstaff about out of his shoes.
Well, Bernie so far has been really trying to assist the officials in making
putting
some
it
of these
politely
calls.
to assist them. I like that.
Good box out there from Farad that time, showing you some of the fundamental skills that you have to have in rebounding.
Chaney backs in on Smith. Now double team. Illegal defense is called on Atlanta. They charge it on Eldridge Rakasner, I believe, or maybe Mutombo.
Mutombo is making a statement to the official as if it were him.
Either way, it's an illegal defense. One more, it'll be a technical foul. Strickland inside Chaney. Chaney lost it to Howard. His shot is up, no good. Bothered by Mutombo.
Chaney really got fouled by Steve Smith.
Back the other way, low pass, shot up no good, tip no good. Mutombo is fouled. Dikembe will head to the line to shoot 2, and they'll get the foul on Terry Davis.
Foul on the Wizards. Terry Davis, first person, team service.
Well, in transition, you're going to see Laettner and Dikembe get good inside position. And right now, well, that's going to be tough to defend when you have 2 offensive players in that position.
Dikembe, a 69% free throw shooter, averaging 14.7 points, 11.2 rebounds. That's 6th in the NBA. And 3.6 blocks. That's 2nd in the league behind Sean Bradley of Dallas. Dikembe in his 7th year from Georgetown. Strickland backing in on Rakasner. Now double teamed by Laettner. They're into a corner. Weber's open. He'll shoot and score again. And that's a 3-point basket from Chris Webber, the 29th of the season for C. Webb.
Well, Chris has really been playing very consistent. He's had 8 consecutive 20-point games.
Mutombo will take the outside shot, rims the cup. Davis, loose ball foul, and will be called on Corbin. That's one of those situations, Phil, that you talk about a lot. If he makes the rebound and kicks it out, they don't call the foul.
You're right, I was just about to say that, but when he fell down, which was close to traveling, it forced the official to make that call. I'm not so sure Terry couldn't have maintained his balance. You know, maybe he couldn't have. That left leg went up pretty high.
Yeah, he got Strickland's second shot. This time he connects.
It's going to be so much, make things so much easier if he hits a few of those outside shots. I'd be surprised if they would double team, force him to make some of those outside shots. Just try and take away his penetration.
Corbin hits a 2-point field goal. Yeah, that'll loosen things up a lot inside and really take some of the pressure off because he struggled Friday night. There he goes again, kicks it to Howard in the lane. Jawan's short jumper is good.
And that's where he causes the most trouble. He gets in the middle, he forces and freezes the defender, even Dikembe, and then that allows that split-second timing that you need to get that shot off.
Howard with a steal, saves it in, but had to throw it up into the air because he was almost out of bounds, and now Atlanta has numbers. And Laettner scores on the foul by Chaney. Smart move by Christian Laettner. He knew they had the numbers. He went right to the hoop. And Washington calls time with 6:37 to go in the first and a 1-point lead. tries to cash in on his sister's cupcake selling business on the Parent Hood. And then at 8:30, Jamie tries to make Fancy jealous by dating a sexy guest at the hotel. But the joke's on Jamie when he finds out who the sexy guest really is. The Jamie Foxx Show. Catch your favorite WB comedies, The Parent Hood and The Jamie Foxx Show tonight, beginning at 8 right here on WB 50. Christian Laettner, one of the best free throw shooters in the league, 7th in the NBA, completes a three-point play, ties the game at 11 as Tracy Murray checks in for Washington. Illegal defense again, and this time it'll be a technical foul, so Washington will get a shot and the ball back.
Yeah, he's speaking specifically to Dikembe, who was dropped behind the free throw line. Bishop in Salvador telling him he's got to step up in front of the free throw line. Not much argument from Dikembe on this one.
Murray is 16th in the NBA from the free throw line, has now made 71 of 83 this season.
Murray getting him into the game rather quickly.
Strickland being bodied by Rickasman. Goes into the paint and he is pushed. No shot. Whoa, it went anyway, but it won't count.
Well, I'm sure Rickasman knows after watching film from Friday night's game that he's got to do a better job of controlling Strickland, keeping him out of the middle. This time he gives up the foul just to keep him out of the middle.
Are you kidding me? What a shot. Howard turns that short. Davis tries to knock it away. He's on the floor, but can't come up with it. So Rickasman. Give him the baseline. He shoots. That's no good. Weber has the rebound. Washington by 1. 3 boards for Chris Weber. Strickland all the way. Gets some contact from Mutombo and will go to the line. Second personal on Dikembe.
Dikembe doesn't like that call, but you'll see short guards doing that all the time. Watch him jump into. He sees the daylight, so he takes the space away. That's the contact, and Dikembe picks up a foul.
Second on him, 66% free throw shooter for Strickland. He makes the first as Tim Legler comes in for the Wizards, replacing Terry Davis. And with Mutombo still in and Laettner, the Wizards with a bit of a shorter lineup, and now they bring in, Atlanta does, Greg Anderson. Dikembe comes out. Anderson at 6'10", 250.
And not nearly the presence of Dikembe in the middle.
Still haven't seen Alan Henderson, who really hurt Washington Friday night.
Big time. 18 points. Led the team with 11 rebounds, but just his ability to create some shots on his own and a big tip-in the last quarter.
Every time Smith gets the ball, they're booing him.
This is that matchup that we talked about before. Strickland.
Howard nearly stole it. With time on the shot clock winding down, a 24-second violation.
24-second shot clock violation. Wizards ball.
Calbert Cheney getting some attention to his right knee by trainer Kevin Johnson. Appears to be okay. Strickland goes all the way, lays it off for Howard. On in the paint. Up strong, and can't get the roll. Foul down low, they'll call it on Legler. Legler, rather. As good as Jawan is on the baseline with that semi-patented turnaround jumper, I'd like to see him work more on that move he just made, because he seems like he can get himself free in the paint that way.
Coming across,
yeah. But isn't quite as proficient, it seems, from 4 or 5 feet as he is from 10 or 12.
Well, you know, really the move that still stays in my mind is the game against Boston, where he put the ball on the floor and finished off with the left hand. One dribble, didn't dilly-dally with the ball, went right to the hole. That's the kind of move that you want the players to make, especially from the floor position.
They'll get Tracy Murray with a foul. Be his first. 4th on the team. Washington by 3. 4:35 to go first quarter. Steve Buckhantz, Phil Chenier. NCI Center. Now the Wizards are called for an illegal defense.
Illegal defense. That's just.
Washington now home for 6 consecutive games after being on the road more times than any team in the league at this point in the season. Leitner drives. And no shot. They'll call it on Howard, banging Leitner as he went to the hoop before the shot went up.
Foul on Wizards.
What you saw, Juwan trying to defend the entry pass from Leitner, but he got a little too close, and Leitner showing what you're supposed to do offensively, and that is put the ball on the floor and try and go by your man when he plays you too tightly.
In his 6th year from Duke, obtained by the Hawks with Sean Rooks in February of '96 from the T-Wolves for Andrew Lang and Spud Webb. He was the T-Wolves #1 draft pick in '92, the 3rd overall. Made them both. Strickland off his foot. It's a foul. Webber strong to the hole and drops it in.
Once again, that shot, not so easy a shot when Dikembe's in the game.
Chris is 3 of 4 from the floor. He's got 7 points. Outside jumper's a beauty from Tyrone Corbin. His 13th year from DePaul. Webber will try from 3. That's short. Box out by Leitner. Washington by 1.
Got to shoot those key situations. Don't want to get in the habit of shooting.
Smith all the way, gets it off the glass despite contact.
He did the same thing that we saw a little earlier from Rod Strickland. So Juwan really fortunate that he didn't pick up a foul.
Atlanta takes a lead as Strickland fires the jumper, rims it no good, and the Hawks getting all over the boards now. Smith stops Murray, knocked it out of his hands. Corbin the jumper. Howard the rebound.
Seems like that would have been a jump ball. Steve Smith go up in the air.
Strickland is muscled and fouled by Rick Hasner again. That'll be the second on Eldridge in his 6th year from, or rather 4th year from Washington. And Washington now in the bonus situation as Strickland heads to the line for 2. 66% free throw shooter, averaging 15.7 points per game. 5.2 rebounds and 10.6 assists. He remains #1 in the league in that category, has been there from the start of the season. And Rod also picking the ball off over 1.5 times a game. That's 22nd best in the league in steals.
Well, despite the fact that his shooting percentage, both from the field and the free throw line, is low, it shouldn't diminish the kind of positive effect he has with his team, leading the league in assists, but more importantly, getting these other players in scoring position, making them effective.
Good pass to Anderson, who lays it in easily. Strickland, by the way, has made all 5 of his free throws tonight. He's got 6 points and 3 assists. And Legler got blocked, went down, no call. Alan Henderson knocked it away. Smith fires from long range, way off. Henderson right there. That's the guy that killed him Friday night with 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks. 8 points above his average. Legler, I thought he might take it as well. He gave it up to Murray, who missed, and then didn't follow his shot, went out of bounds. A timeout by Atlanta.
I think sometimes the team looks away from Tim, but on that occasion, Tim may have passed up a good shot. He's got to be a little more aggressive and assertive.
Hawks with their largest lead at 3. League leaders, Dikembe is 2nd in the NBA in block shots at 3.64. Chris Webber is 16th in the league at 1.7 blocks per game, and Mutombo on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Interesting stat, Rod Strickland, 6 points in 46 minutes Friday. He's already got 6 points in 9 minutes and 48 seconds today. 4 ties in the game, 5 lead changes. And this the biggest lead by Atlanta, 3. Washington also with a 3-point lead, their largest. Nice pass, but knocked away. Atlanta built a 18-point lead Friday night, Phil. The Wizards came back and took the lead by 1 in the third.
Sure did. They did it a lot by their trapping defense, forced turnovers. It also took Dikembe out of the game. We talked about his importance for this team.
Henderson lays it off the rim, and Weber the rebound. Out to Strickland. Washington runs. 2-on-1. Howard is fouled, and he scores.
Not a real aggressive defensive attempt by Christian Laettner. It's a 2-on-1, and yeah, that's difficult, but just kind of passively goes at the ball, not strongly tries to either foul or block the shot, and Juwan takes full advantage of that.
You can see a little bit of the frustration and the satisfaction in the basket by Howard, where he slapped 5 with his teammates, misses the free throw. As we said before, he and Smith and Weber and Smith getting into it a little bit at the end of the game Friday night. Of course, you had the confrontation yesterday between Michigan and Michigan State.
I asked Chris about that. He said, yeah, Michigan crushed it. I don't know if that was a true indication of what the score was, but in his mind.
Henderson with a tough shot over Weber. He's got 4. Albert Cheney, we understand, has tendonitis in his right knee as Tim Legler shoots and scores. That's just his 3rd field goal in 15 attempts this season. His first basket tonight.
That was a good-looking play. It was run perfectly, and he got the open shot that he wanted.
Laettner drives and scores, and he's fouled. They'll get it on Chris Weber. And that's the first person on Weber.
You got to do a much better job of rotating. That's what creates the problem. Someone, either Rod did not slide over, or Juwan didn't get back to his man initially, Christian Laettner, but it left too many open players on that. It was really a 3-on-1. With Weber being the only one back.
In double digits in the first quarter. He's got 10 points at 53.7 seconds to go. And again, Cheney on the bench with tendonitis in his right knee, and we'll try to get a further report on that for you. Howard the spin, that's strong. Missed everything. Murray gets the foul as he knocked the ball out of Greg Anderson's hands.
Foul the Wizards. Tracy Murray, second personal. Teams eat the penalty.
Second personal on Murray, and the Hawks will shoot, leading by 4 points. Darvin Ham will come in for the Wizards. This is the 3rd of 4 meetings between the two. Atlanta capturing both in the state of Georgia, and they'll come back up here in a couple of months.
For the Wizards, replacing Tracy Murray.
Murray comes out. Tracy did not score. Missed a jumper. And had 1 free throw. Shooting the technical. Strickland all the way. Short jumper is good.
That was a good-looking move. Crossover penetration to the middle.
Randy Livingston in the game. Both Mookie Blaylock and Ed Gray not available to the Hawks.
Again, the importance of a guard coming back helping rebound. It shows you there. Weber pinned out his man Anderson. That left the guard to come back, and Rod came back and got the board.
Strickland again going strong. He got pushed. No call.
He really got pushed, yeah.
First quarter's come to an end. Bickerstaff going after Bennett Salvador to ask him, as is Strickland, what's the deal on that? Lots of contact, but no call. So the first quarter is in the books in Washington, and Atlanta enjoys a 2-point lead. By Chevy Chase Bank. With Chevy Chase Checking, you have access to over 625 free ATMs, more than 130 branches, and more convenience than ever. Look at the first half statistics, and keep in mind, or rather the first quarter stats, keep in mind Friday night. Atlanta led Washington 23-16. They're up by 2 at the end of one as the Wizards shoot 39% from the floor.
They still haven't been able to find consistently the basket. Look at the rebound.
Wow.
That's a big number. 17-9. Washington has to improve on those numbers.
And much of that with Dikembe Mutombo out of the lineup, and he continues to sit on the bench with 2 personals. Christian Laettner will fire and hit it. Laettner's got 12 points, averaging 15.5 a game. He had 17 Friday night. Howard double team to Laettner. Underneath Strickland, bounce pass Ham. Garvin goes up, they'll get a foul. And call it on Greg Anderson. So Ham will go to the line, and as a free throw shooter, just 51%.
Well, Darvin really getting himself in an awkward position underneath the basket, but still was going to had to try and power his way up and drew the foul.
Darvin makes the first as Chris Whitney comes in for the Wizards, and Rod Strickland gets a break. Mentioned that Mookie Blaylock has an abdominal strain. He's on the injured list. And Ed Gray has also been placed on the injured list after being suspended Friday night because he refused to take a CAT scan. So they suspended him for 1 game, and now he's on the injured list. Both players hurt Washington in the first game. Blaylock had 24, and Gray had 14.
Good pressure from Whitney to force some value time going off the clock for the Hawks.
8 on the shot clock. Alley-oop, and a call a foul on Ham.
It was Darvin Ham who had accidentally caught Alan Henderson Friday night underneath his eye. And he has a little mouse under there. They tried the back door. You see Darvin Ham trying to avoid giving up that basket.
Anderson in his 3rd year from Indiana. Speaking of Indiana, Calbert Chaney has, as we reported, tendonitis in his right knee, and he is out. He will not come back tonight. Is being looked at by Dr. Stephen Haas, the attending physician. And don't know the extent of the injury, but we do know he's not expected back in this game. And there's Calbert with the knee wrapped.
That's a big blow.
And Ham misses the slam and out of bounds. Good pass by Howard, but Darvin had too far to go and hit it off the back rim.
Well, really, he had lost control, so it kind of went off his fingertips. He had to jump a long way to get to the basket.
Liddell Eccles in the game. He's guarding Steve Smith. Whistle and an illegal defense on Washington. They charge it on Chris Webber. And that's a technical foul, the 2nd on the Wizards. So Atlanta will shoot. Smith at the line.
When you see that call, what's happening is on the weak side, players are usually cheating over into the lane. They have that 2-man game working with Smith and I think it was Cadillac Anderson. I don't remember who it was, but Webber obviously cheating over into the lane.
Webber comes out, replaced by Davis. Tracy Murray is in, and Darvin Ham comes out. Wizards with Eccles, Murray, Whitney, Howard, and Davis. Atlanta by 4. They dump it inside to Henderson. Turn, shoots. A little short, knocked out by the Wizards, but they'll give it to Atlanta.
Liddell in there fighting for rebounds, something that he's been doing all year long, coming off the bench. Not only looking for a shot, but defensively looking to help out on the boards.
Atlanta with twice as many rebounds as Washington so far. Murray. 5 on the shot clock. Eccles spins, goes up, shoots. That's strong. Late for the rebound. Wizards not getting a good shot at the basket. 5 rebounds for Laettner. Smith drives, pulls up, and scores. Similar to the same shot he hit running down the lane Friday night and making a clutch basket. And now the Wizards are forced to take time with 9:46 to go in the half. And a 32-26 Atlanta lead.
The Wizards' next home game is Wednesday, January 14th versus the San Antonio.
Question, who holds the record for assists in a game by an Atlanta opponent? And the hint, it's 2 former Bullets.
Well, I got to guess Kevin Porter and say Michael Adams.
Good guess, still.
right?
That's right. Murray drives, left knee goes up and gets the roll. Atlanta outscored Washington 21-12 while Mutombo was on the bench. They trailed 14-11 at the time that he sat down. Dikembe's back in the game. And it's a 4-point Hawk lead. They just had their largest at 6. Smith turn around, that's short off the glass, follows his own rebound as Howard tried to save it. But credit Smith with following his own rebound, and no Wizards there to get it when it came up short. Chucky Brown is in for Atlanta, and Chris Webber comes back in for the Wizards. He'll get Howard rest. Down low to Henderson. Working on Webber. Stripped away by Whitney. Bickerstaff goes ballistic right in front of us.
Well, it looked like a clean swipe from Whitney on the weak side. Henderson taking a lot of time to try and post up. And you see, when you take that long, you're going to get double team from the blind side. Good play by Whitney.
Tough to tell if he got all ball there or a piece of anything else. Brown tips his own miss in.
You know, Chucky had only 6 points Friday night, but all of his points kind of stand out in my mind. He made some big baskets, yeah.
First game, he only had 2 points in 18 minutes, but you're right, all of his shots were big. Eccles.
Can't say that I remember the 2 points in the first game, but real short.
This one went up left-handed and just was too far away from the basket. Wizards need to get a fire lit somewhere. Foul is called inside on Terry Davis. Actually, it's an illegal defense on Davis, and there'll be another technical foul shot for Atlanta. Whitney comes out for Washington.
Washington didn't have any illegal defense calls on them Friday night, and that was because their legs were a lot more active. They were rotating quickly and covering up. Now guys starting to shoot a little bit, get into that zone area.
Davis and Mutombo going at it. Dikembe, the jump hook, way off. But right there for the rebound is Chucky Brown. Into Dikembe for the slam, where the Wizards are just getting crushed on the boards. 6 points for Mutombo. Smith has 6 as well. Leitner has 12 points.
You know, Steve, also that rotating defensively also can help you rebounding, because if you're rotating, you're moving yourself in front of the person you're rotating to, so therefore you don't give up as many offensive rebounds.
Atlanta with 21 rebounds in the half. Washington with 10. 7:32 to go first half. 37-28, largest lead in the game. Webber one-on-one against Mutombo. The short jump hook's a beauty. Chris has 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting.
Terry trying to get Mutombo off the blocks and was successful that time.
Smith drives. He's pushed by Murray. And on Tracy Murray, that will be personal foul number 3.
Well, they don't want players going across the middle, and they want to drive players baseline, because traditionally Washington's defense is set that you get help from the baseline side. But players like Steve Smith, they're so good, so agile and quick at taking advantage of that angle. Once they get it, they turn to the corner, and they can make something happen. Steve Smith taking the rest.
This is Rick Hasner with the ball. Whistle. Offensive foul on Atlanta. Correction, 3-second violation. 3-second violation on the Hawks. A turnover as Legler comes in.
Yeah, that was on Mutombo. Again, kind of dilly-dallying around in the lane and looking for the lob at first.
Weber, baseline, spins. The fadeaway jumper is no good. Mutombo the rebound. Up to Chucky Brown. Scores over Weber. We make Chucky Brown look like an all-star. 6:36 to go in the half. It's a 9-point Hawk lead.
Let's welcome to the floor the Wizards dance team, sponsored by Odell Sporting.
The National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA. 6:36 to go first half. Atlanta 39, Washington 30. As the Wizards just offensively again have not really been able to get anything going continuity-wise, and the Hawks on an 11-4 run, leading by 9.
So over the season, Atlanta's held their opponents to about 44% shooting from the field, but his last 2 games, Washington's been under 40%. Right now, shooting around 38%.
Underneath, Strickland, left-handed layup. Rod is in double digits with 10. Ben Wallace in the game. He's guarding Mutombo. Working to Dikembe. The jump hook is off the mark. And Weber fights for the rebound.
Good defense. Good defense by Ben.
Strickland turns, shoots, and scores again. 2 field goals in a row for Rod Strickland. Washington cuts it to 5. He's got 12. Now Wallace on Chucky Brown. Now they switch back. Ben with Dikembe. Eldridge, Rick Kasner. Bickerstaff wanted to travel. 2 on the shot clock. Henderson at the buzzer. No good. Rebound to Atlanta. Henderson blocked by Weber, and Wallace has it. Wizards trying, Phil, you can tell, to get more aggressive on the rebound.
Yeah. They've got to have that feeling that they're right now getting out rebounded.
Howard, that's blocked away. He got up in the air with nowhere to go and had it blocked. Chucky Brown rims the cup. Henderson nearly got the rebound, but Washington has it. Legler, he'll fire. No good. Wallace right there. He won't shoot. And Strickland nonchalantly trying to take the ball, lost it away. Rick Kasner bounces it on the line, and I believe a 3-second violation is called on Atlanta. So another turnover for the Hawks. As Leitner comes back in, Atlanta's committed 5 turnovers in the game, and they had 23 Friday night, but Washington unable to take advantage. Wizards have turned it over 4 times today. 5-point Hawk lead. Largest was 9. 10 on the shot clock. Strickland will fire. That's no good. Mutombo had Weber boxed out. Up to Chucky Brown racing against Wallace. No good. Rebound Rick Kasner. Up. That's blocked away. Goaltending called on Weber.
Again, rebounding hurting. Even in transition, you get the shot, and then they get that missed shot rebound. It's for Kasner, in fact.
Hit the glass first, and then Chris got it off the glass. 3:45 to go in the half. Weber spots up. That's no good. Rebound Chucky Brown. Strickland knocked it out of bounds. Back to Atlanta with 18 on the clock. The voice of the head coach of the Wizards. Rick Kasner on the wing to Leitner. Good fake. It's Wallace up. Goes up strong. And it's fouled, and we'll see if they call it on Legler. It is on Tim Legler.
You know, Leitner's not exceptionally quick, but he's very efficient at giving good head fakes, getting players off balance or off their feet, and then putting the ball on the floor. He's done that several times. There, Ben Wallace is going. Chris kind of reaches for the ball. That's two defenders he's gotten by, and then it forces the guard, Tim Legler, to pick up the foul.
And he covers a lot of ground. He's got long steps.
Long strides, you're right.
And he makes both free throws. Christian Laettner has 14 points, hasn't missed from the line, 6 of 6. Whistle and a foul down low on Atlanta. I think they're going to get Henderson or Corbin. It is on Corbin.
Second personal. Team second.
Corbin in the game as Henderson is out right now. Strickland down low for Howard with Chucky Brown on it. Legler into traffic, has it stolen away, and a foul on Tim Legler. A loose ball foul, his third after he lost the ball.
Loose ball.
That was a good move by Tyrone Corbin defensively to slide over. He and Laettner did a good job of cutting off the pass, and then Laettner moves his feet, and then Tim just leaves the ball a little bit exposed. And there you see Corbin slipping in.
Credit that to Christian Laettner. Got in great position.
Yeah, he did.
Chris Whitney will come in the game for Washington, replacing Tim Legler.
Chris Whitney returns to the Wizards.
Tim continues to try to get back in sync with his shot. And just is all-around game. You miss so much of it.
Yeah, it's hard to get that timing, and that personal confidence that you need, and feeling that, hey, I can get my shot off when I want. I can do the things defensively or offensively to help this team.
Called a foul on Chucky Brown. This is the biggest lead of the game for Atlanta, 10 points. Strickland turns and scores. He's becoming more and more efficient at that quick turnaround jumper.
Feeling good about posting up their smaller guard.
Strickland has the last 6 points for Washington. Whitney nearly stole it. Back to Atlanta with 15 seconds on the shot clock as Steve Smith comes back in to a chorus of blues. Chucky Brown comes out. Smith in his 7th year from Michigan State.
Yeah, Lenny Wilkins able to give Steve Smith a good amount of rest.
Going from the combo, he's double teamed cross court for Rick Kasner. This is for 3. Eldridge Rick Kasner connects, averaging 7.7 points a game. He's got 5. Largest lead, 11 points.
Oh, what a move. Yeah, what a move by Rod.
Strickland has 16 to lead the Wizards. Nearly got the steal from Laettner. He kicks it out. Rick Kasner again for 3. That's 7 points Friday with 9 rebounds against the Wizards in 37 minutes.
All 7 points came in the second half. He was scoreless in the first half.
Short jumper by Weber, no good. Wallace the rebound. Fresh 24. Alley-oop, Weber no good. Wallace gets it inside. Short jumper, no. Weber's right there. Well, they're very lucky they didn't call Chris for hanging on the rim.
I think it was a good no call because he had somebody underneath him, so that's why he hung on the rim, and I think that's why the officials allowed it.
10-point Hawk lead. Largest was 12. Rick Kasner leaves it off for Laettner. He traveled with the ball, and Bennett Salvatore caught him.
Really, I don't think he traveled because he never had possession of the ball. The pass was made, and he was kind of fumbling the ball as he was moving to the basket.
You may have a good point. Just taking his normal 2 steps to the hoop, or just
the 2 long steps that Christian takes.
Whitney springs free, and they could use some points for him. But don't get it. 10-point Atlanta lead.
Gotta watch that leg.
Leitner misses the short shot. Mutombo's mauled, and the call, a jump ball. Dikembe can't believe it. But they will jump it at center.
As Dikembe set that pick, he's had his left leg stuck out. Could have been called for an offensive foul. But here, Smith turns the corner, and Leitner should have been an easy putback, misses it, and they call a jump ball.
Could have called a block, too. Called a block shot. And gets it. Corbin underneath for Smith. Turns on Wallace. They'll call Ben Wallace with sticking his leg out in the foul. Steve Smith, who was from Michigan, born in Highland Park. Went to Pershing High School in Detroit. So there is a natural rivalry there with the Wizards. Webber and Howard. This is his first free throw of the game, and now Washington will get Tim Legler back in for Ben Wallace. Finished his 4-year career at Michigan State, the all-time leading scorer in 1990 and 91 with 2,263 points. That ranked him 6th in Big Ten history. 20 seconds to go. You see the time remaining in the half. Strickland will try to use most of it. There's a 2-second discrepancy on the shot clock.
Oh, what a fake. What a fake.
And gets the jumper. Still time. Strickland has 18. Smith all the way. No good. Mutombo at the buzzer. Tips it in, and it counts. Wizards just have not been able to box out and keep Atlanta off the boards. And Dikembe Mutombo tips it in at the buzzer. Here's another look at it.
Well, they're watching the ball, and that leaves the opening. And the tip was a good call. It was good.
No doubt. So halftime here at the MCI Center, where Washington has won 10 of 11 games this year. And it's 53-42 Atlanta.
For completely retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Well, the Wizards improved their shooting slightly to 41%, but badly out-rebounded. And
In tundra, 40 below wind chill. Why didn't you just watch all of these games on a Mitsubishi?
the Hawks lead the Washington Wizards 53-42. Let's look at some of the leading scorers. Christian Laettner leads the way for the Hawks, 14 points, 5 rebounds. He's 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Dikembe in one half has already outdone himself from Friday night, has 8 points and 9 rebounds. Eldridge Kazner has hit 2 of 3 from three-point range, has 8 points. For the Wizards, Rod Strickland leads all scores, 18 points.
Well, at the halftime, the Wizards, who trailed by as many as 12 points, are down 53-42 to the Atlanta Hawks. And when we come back, we'll be chatting with the assistant general manager of the Baltimore Orioles, Kevin Malone. So stay tuned for that. We'll return to the MCI Center.
Up with the O, Wizards, DC United, Ace.
Ready to play all season long on WB50.
Third quarter action underway. Washington and Atlanta as the Wizards trail 53-42. No good. Davis the rebound. We're joined at courtside by Kevin Malone, the assistant general manager. As Weber slams one down.
That was a nice welcome for me, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? We did that just for you, Kevin.
I used to be able to do that.
Yes, so did Phil.
I saw Phil do it, but he never saw me do it.
Kevin Malone, the assistant GM of the Baltimore Orioles, as the Birds are just about a month away from heading to spring training. But you've got the Oriole Fan Fest coming up too, Kevin. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. It's coming up at the end of the month, January 31st. It'll be on 10 to 6, and then the next day, Sunday, 11 to 5. It's at the Baltimore Convention Center. Recently opened. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of family fun.
What kind of stuff goes on at the Fan Fest?
A lot of fun things. You have the players will give autographs. You get your pictures with the players and coaches. You have the batting and pitching cages. You got kids clinics.
but most of the players, if not all of them, are there to interact with the fans, which
Right.
is a nice thing.
It's really a bonding time for the fans to get to know the players. The players enjoy it too, although they might not say they do, but they enjoy it. There's just a lot of good things for kids. There's memorabilia, baseball cards. The kids there's internet, interactive kids games, just a lot of family fun.
Wizards turn it over. Of course, Camden Yards is state-of-the-art, one of the most talked about stadiums in Major League Baseball. What do you think about this building?
I like it here. I tell you, I came for a hockey game, and I have to admit, I prefer watching a basketball game here than I do a hockey game. I saw the Capitals and the Florida Panthers play before the holidays, and this is, to me, maybe it's because I like basketball better than hockey, I don't know.
I thought you were going to say you liked a basketball game in here instead of a baseball game. I was wondering where you...
Well, I tell you what, Phil, in here, I could probably hit a home run in this place. This kind of reminds me of, I worked for the Minnesota Twins for a while. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Metrodome and the new stadium in Florida, Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Right.
This is kind of about as big as it is down there in Florida. So
talk a little bit about your team and the organization. You've got a new manager. You took the HTS color commentator away to be a coach again. And how do you feel about the O's this season?
Well, we're excited. We think we upgraded and improved the club. It wasn't as great or as big as an improvement as last year because, you know, we won 98 games last year, and it's hard to improve too much. We improved a lot from in 96 and 97, but we think we've got a championship club. And we're excited about the upcoming season. We've added some other seasoned veteran players, some winning-type players, so we think we're going to be right there knocking on the door again. Hopefully, 98 will be a championship season.
Joe Carter.
Carter, Draybeck, Norm Charlton. With all the guys back, we'll have Harold Baines for a full season. Joe Carter, we think, is going to be a great addition, so we're excited about our team.
Wizards trying to make a little bit of a run. Love to see the Orioles make a run as well. Kevin, we appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks for having me. Good luck to you guys. You're doing a great job.
Thank
Keep
you.
up the good work.
Thank you.
Kevin, good luck.
Look forward to seeing spring training. Kevin Malone, the assistant general manager of the Baltimore Orioles. As the Birds get set to go down to Florida, and the Wizards are trying to make a run. Underneath to Weber against Mutombo. The jumper, no good. Davis is there for the rebound. Can't get the layup. Out of bounds, and they'll give it to Washington.
Just saw Juwan score on that exciting dunk. He had a very quiet first quarter, 3 for 8, 6 points, and 1 rebound. They're going to need a little more help from Juwan in that area.
Inside Davis, he lost it on the pass back to Weber, out of bounds, back to the Wizards with 20 on the shot clock. Wizards have had a couple of inside chances with Davis, and Terry has either kicked it back out or missed the short layup.
Yeah, and that's the presence of Mutombo. He'll do that to you, but you can't allow yourself. You saw right after that, Chris Weber used the backboard to help him get his inside shot off.
How about Rod Strickland, the short jumper in the lane, left-handed.
With the left hand, how about that?
He can use either one. We've seen him do it this season, and he is making a difference. And the Wizards have got a 15-point lead to 9 at 59-50 and a break in the action. 8:35 to go in the third quarter. It's a 22nd timeout. Well, each year the Wizards and the D.C. Department of Recreation and Parks organize the Junior Nike Wizards League for about 5,000 kids from December through March. Wizards forward Darvin Ham will conduct clinics, and the championship games will be played before a Wizards game at the MCI Center. For more info, you can call 202-576-6361. This Wizards community calendar is sponsored by Bell Atlantic, the heart of communication. Take a close look at Rod Strickland's eyes. Is he focused or what?
Look away. There's the jam by Juwan Howard. Nice looking break.
That's all part of the package on that look-away confusion pass.
Eyes wide.
Inside Leitner. Got Weber off his feet, goes strong. Knocked away by Davis. Leitner wants a call. He doesn't get it. Here comes Legler the other way. Gives it up for Strickland. They'll set it up.
Once again, though, Leitner effectively getting his man to leave his feet defensively.
Strickland, the open jumper, it's short. Davis, the tip, no good. Howard, a loose ball foul over Mutombo's back.
Well, they missed the first one. It looked like Terry Davis had a hand on the back of either Corbin or Mutombo. Couldn't tell which one. Here's that last shot. Yeah, that's Corbin.
Pushing Corbin out of the way.
And then they get over the back by Juwan.
Whistle, and an offensive foul is called on Atlanta, charged to Christian Laettner on the block. Second personal on Laettner.
Second personal. Wizards foul.
And the Wizards will get it again, trailing by 9. Down low to Weber with Mutombo on him. Cross-court, Legler's open for the jumper. This one's short. Howard chases it down, gives it up to Timmy again.
Great. They're going to drop off, and Tim has to continue to look to put those shots up.
Smith and Howard tangled up, and they'll call a double foul on Howard and Smith. And the Wizards will have it.
Third personal.
Personal foul on Howard, number 2. Nice pass underneath. Weber lost it in the lane. Bounces it off of Corbin out of bounds, and what a play, because otherwise that was 3 seconds.
Absolutely. He wouldn't have been able to get up and leave the key area in time. 13 seconds on the shot clock. They've got to be aware of that.
Strickland on the inbound for Weber. He shoots the open jumper. That's short. Davis, and a loose ball foul on Laettner. Had Terry Davis by the left arm and dragged him down.
But that was all set up. That's the third foul for Laettner, but that was all set up by good inside position by Terry Davis. While the ball's up, you're getting position, and that's something that I always remember teammate of mine, Wes Unseld, doing a lot of. While the ball was going up, he's jockeying for position. Next thing you know, he's the only one able to rebound. Nice.
What a great play by Howard to avoid the defenders and score the reverse layup.
That's always an effective move to change sides of the basket. You use that basket as a shield, Joe.
Wizards have cut it to 7. Smith for Laettner. Missed a short shot and tipped it in. 19 for Christian Laettner. Clear the side for Strickland. Now he dumps it low. Howard wide open. Missed the shot. Mutombo. 11 rebounds for Dikembe. Laettner all the way, fouled by Legler. Wizards keep trying to work that lead down, but Atlanta continues to respond. And a break in the action with 6:21 to go in the third. 61-52 Hawks. Giant Food out-of-town scoreboard, and the other NBA action will be later on. The Clippers, Seattle at the Knicks, Miami and Vancouver, a 9 o'clock start. Charlotte playing the Lakers out west. And there's a football score for you. Denver leads Pittsburgh 24-14 as John Elway looks to go back to the Super Bowl. And one fan bringing his TV and no doubt watching the Love Boat. No, I'm sure he's got the, I guess he's got the football game on. He might have, you never know. Figure skating going on this week.
Love Boat. Just take it. You know, Christian missed his first free throw in the 1 of 2 there, but that was his first for the game.
That's 20 points. Strickland all the way, lays it up and in. 22 points for Rod Strickland to lead all scorers. 6 rebounds, 6 assists as well for Strickland. Heck of a performance today. Davis pushed it away, pushed Mutombo away, and they call the foul on Davis.
Now, Steve, you know, just before the timeout, Mutombo went down on the ground, stayed in the backcourt. He came up. There was a timeout, but he said something to some of the Wizards, and it looked like it was directed to Terry Davis. And then he said something to the official, and a lot of times the officials start to watch very closely. Oh.
whistle, and it is an offensive foul on Mutombo. For a moment, I thought they were going to get Murray, but he fell to the floor, and they call the third personal on Dikembe. So things starting to get a little dicey out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it looked like what the official said.
Ooh, right in the face.
Well, that was kind of inadvertent, really, as he's turning. If he had really caught that elbow, I think Tracy would still be down there.
Murray nearly doing a triple Lutz going to the floor. I don't know if he got hit that hard, but he certainly reacted for the benefit of the officials who called the foul on Mutombo.
Is this another one on Mutombo?
His
He's
fourth
got
personal
four now,
foul.
yeah.
2 quick ones, and we'll see how much of a difference that might make. Again, he sat down quite a bit Friday night, and they didn't really need him.
And again, in the first quarter, he sat down and good shot.
Weber from long range, his second three-point field goal of the game. He has 30 of them on the season, shooting 30% from three-point range. Underneath, whistle, foul. It'll be on Terry Davis against Mutombo.
I think the officials are going to really start watching closely the play in the paint area. Mutombo, a player known, and he's going to be leaving the game now, but Terry Davis picked up his third foul. Mutombo, a player known for spreading his elbows and taking up a lot of space, sometimes inadvertently drawing some contact with his opponents.
Wizards have outscored Atlanta 13-2 after the Hawks had a 59-44 lead, their largest at 15 points. It's now 62-57 Hawks.
Yes, Steve, they've also done a much better job rebounding the ball.
Corbin's long shot no good, and look at Strickland, his 7th rebound of the night, the afternoon. Murray, baseline, going all the way. He gets nailed and goes down hard and comes up. He wants 2.
Good thinking.
He wants
Good
the
thinking.
flagrant foul is what he wants.
Well, as opposed to him going after Steve Smith. Steve Smith is the one that really he got fouled by Anderson, but there was where the flagrant foul comes in. And that's a tough blow to receive. And Tracy comes up thinking still basketball first, as opposed to trying to retaliate. Tells the official, hey, I deserve 2 for that.
And they have called the flagrant foul, and again, as we explained on Friday night, there is no longer an intentional foul in the NBA, but there are 2 types of flagrant fouls. There is this type, which warrants 2 shots.
And possession.
And the ball. And then there is the second flagrant foul, which will result in an ejection from a player for the game.
That doesn't mean that the first flagrant is always a flagrant one. You can get tossed on the first one if it is warranted by the official.
Murray hits both. The Wizards have cut it to 3. Alley-oop, Weber! The slam, and it's a 1-point game.
And Lenny's going to get a timeout because the Hawks defense has just gone to sleep, especially on that inbound play. Good heads-up play. It's good to see that from Tracy Murray. He's been kind of quiet throughout the first half. Wizards
on a 17-3 run in the last 6 minutes and 10 seconds. They trail by 1. Crowd has come to life here at the phone booth, as Tracy Murray likes to call it. The Wizards have cut a 15-point lead to 1, 62-61.
Yeah, it's a fine play by Tracy over the last few minutes. The 2 free throws after the flagrant foul, and then the nice assist to Weber for the lob.
Second half rebounding in favor of Washington and boy, is that guy tough. Steve Smith, we saw him do it Friday night. He's got 9 today.
Probably no one on this team has played Steve Smith over the past few years better than Calbert Cheaney. And of course, Calbert's out for the game with a strained knee.
Legler short on a 3-point attempt. 2 minutes into the quarter, the Hawks hit 2 3-pointers to give them that 15-point lead. And now Steve Smith has answered with 2 field goals. Washington still on a 17-7 run. Strickland against Rick Kasner. Turns, double pump. He got hit on the arm by Cadillac Anderson. And will shoot two as Liddell Eccles comes in to replace Tim Legler. And Henderson comes in to replace Anderson. Timmy still showing some frustration coming off the court. He had a good look at that three-point jumper, but came up a little short.
Impressive numbers for Rod.
Extremely. Strickland made all 5 of his free throws today, 5 of 5. He's got 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and looking for his 24th point of the afternoon. Got it. What a game from Strickland.
Yep.
And the Wizards with some backcourt pressure now. Kasner will bring it up. 3-point Atlanta lead.
They have Eccles on Steve Smith down. Let's see if Eccles can kind of cool Steve down a little bit. He's really had the hot hand.
Here's the jumper and no good. And Eccles managed to fight around the pick to bother him a little bit, but he just missed it. Strickland behind the back. Howard. Weber for 3. Game tied at 66. The third 3-point jumper from Chris Weber, who has 23 points. 12 points for Weber in this quarter. Smith again, misses. Rebound, Eccles pulls it away. Murray over the timeline, racing to Howard. Dewan brings it back out. They'll set it up. Wait for Weber. Underneath Murray. Short jumper blocked by Smith beautifully. Ball on the floor, and Chris chases it down. And Atlanta comes up with it.
That was a wild scene.
Nice effort by Weber. Rick Kasner for 3. Oh, is he tough?
Well, remember, he hit 2 big shots Friday night in the second half and said he was scoreless, but he's also done a good job. Was 2 for 3 in the first half. Was that a 3 there?
Yeah, it's his 4th of the game, Phil. And he's got 14 points. Strickland all the way. Draws the foul on the pass. Wizards will take it on the side. And now in the last 2 minutes, they'll get 2 shots going up.
I think they prefer having that 3-point attempt that Liddell just made after the whistle, though.
Strickland still perfect from the free throw line. Now 7 for 7. Got them both. Wow, what a game from Strickland. 1-point Atlanta lead. He's got 26.
Mutombo sitting on the bench. He has 4 fouls. And with him out, they really don't have the same kind of shot blocking presence.
Illegal defense charged on the Wizards. That'll be another technical foul for Atlanta. Shoot. Strickland's season high is 27 this year. His career high is 36.
Well, speaking of Rod, that last call was against him. When you step over that free throw line on the strong side, you've got to go and double team, and he didn't do that.
That is career high at Cleveland on November 22nd. That's knocked away. And a foul on Weber.
And Liddell.
Second personal, I believe, on Chris Weber.
Liddell, who doesn't have any fouls, was trying to accept that foul on him instead.
Smith back to the line, the 8th best free throw shooter in the NBA at 87%. Lenny Wilkins looking on in his 5th year with the Hawks. Smith gets them both. For the game, Steve Smith with 13 points, averaging 19.8, 13th in the NBA. Murray lost lost his dribble. It got knocked out of bounds to Washington with 9 on the shot clock.
Very dangerous pass there, left-handed flip, but somebody got a piece of it.
Howard into Murray. Tracy goes up, is fouled, and he'll shoot 2. They'll call it on Alan Henderson. First on Henderson, and Murray at the line, the 16th best free throw shooter in the league at 85%.
Well, ever since Tracy got bounced around a couple of times by Mutombo and then another one by Steve Smith, he seems to have become a lot more intense.
Now 3 of 4 from the foul line as Wallace comes in for Washington to replace Chris Webber. Webber has 23 points. 1:10 to go, third quarter. 4-point Atlanta lead. Now it's 3.
Not allowing Steve to come across the middle, trying to force him where it's help.
Anderson turns. Eccles knocked it away. Wizards 3 on 3. Howard will bring it out. Strickland racing to the hoop. Lays it in.
And Kazner paying too much attention to Juwan Howard, lost his man, and Strickland took full advantage of it.
28 for Rod Strickland. Hawks by 1. Smith against Eccles. He traveled, but they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Eccles. Looks like he skipped into the paint.
Well, he got the shove from behind.
Liddell pushed him.
So that's before the shot. The basket does not count. There's the push, and there was the travel, so
good look,
they
Phil.
had to call it.
Got the push just before he did that little bunny hop in the lane. So Smith back to the free throw line, where he rarely misses. 7 of 8 this afternoon. And makes them both with 28.2 seconds to go in the third quarter. Back up to a 3-point Hawks lead. Knocked out of bounds by Layton. Wizards have led briefly in this game at 18-17, and then they tied the score at 66. But since that 18-17 lead, have never had the advantage in this contest. Inbound to Strickland with 10 on the game clock, 4 on the shot clock. He goes up and draws the contact. Now call it on Rick Kazner, and Strickland back to the free throw line to try to stay perfect.
Well, he was sandwiched between Rick Kazner and Steve Smith. Steve Smith coming along the baseline to give some help. And you saw really Rod Strickland was able to slice between the two and got the contact from behind.
Strickland normally just a 66% free throw shooter. But tonight he's 9 of 9 from the line, and here's another look at it.
Yeah, there you see the body contact from behind. Actually had 3 players focused on him.
Strickland with a season high 30 points. 27 was the previous high. Also has 7 rebounds and 7 assists. 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Randy Livingston. And it will not get off. And it's a good thing because Rick Kazner hit another 3-point jumper, but it doesn't count. And at the end of 3 quarters, the Wizards have battled back from 15 down. They trail by 1, 74-73. WB50 coverage of Wizards basketball brought to you by U.S. Airways, the Washington area's #1 airline. And by Modell's. Gotta go to Moe's. Here's a look at the U.S. Airways game summary. Strickland with a season-high 30 points. Calbert Cheney, tendonitis in his knee in the first quarter, has not played since. And the Wizards have cut the 15-point lead to 1, outscoring the Hawks 31-21 in the third.
They did a much better job that third quarter, Steve, rebounding the basketball. Difference of only 3, 31-28 in favor of the Hawks. And turnovers not having that much of a...
And for Chris Webber, the 9th straight 20-plus point game. Howard inside, lays it off. Chris is stripped, ball on the floor, and Atlanta comes away with it. Golden opportunity for the Wizards, and they let it slip away. Mutombo back in the game for Atlanta. Kembe with just 8 points. Rick Kasner's hit 4 3-point jumpers. Juan gambled underneath. Dikembe lays it in. 10 points for Mutombo.
Well, they're allowing themselves, that was similar to what we've seen with Christian Laettner. They're allowing themselves to get beat way out, and that's creating numbers inside. The assist that time went to Alan Henderson.
Webber connects. Chris Webber with 25 points, averages 21.4. That's 9th in the NBA. He's 11 for 17 from the floor.
Yeah, he shot the ball well.
Mutombo back to Smith. The fake, the open jumper, and boy, he doesn't miss many of those. Webber knocked it away. Here comes Strickland. 2 on 2, now 3 on 2, all the way, and a push, and Rod will shoot 2. Called it on Tyrone Corbin, and Strickland back to the line.
Rod really looking to put numbers up, not just for that case, but well, that time he just got nailed pretty well by Tyrone Corbin. And then from our top camera, you can see again, Tyrone not doing a good job of actually moving his feet and getting in front.
Strickland makes another one. He is perfect from the free throw line, 11 of 11. The other night, Friday night, Rod struggled from the floor, hitting just 3 of 16 shots. Today, he's 10 of 16. That's 63%. And he is nearing his career high. Washington with the lead, 77-76, their first lead since 3 minutes were left in the first quarter. Mutombo traveled with the ball.
Mutombo showing some hesitation, and that way he showed the official he shuffled his feet.
And Murray gave it back.
This team, Atlanta, does the best job of getting out and defending the threes. Teams shoot the lowest percentage from three-point range against the Hawks.
Strickland's career high is 36 with Portland. His career high with Washington is 34. And steals the ball away. Racing against Anderson. Misses the layup. And a loose ball foul on Howard. He tried to go over Henderson and nearly got the layup.
Yeah, that's, no pun intended, a tall order that time. Henderson doing a good job to hustle back and get in position and force Rod to arch that shot. Really, it was more knowing Allen's presence. Allen really didn't get his arms up to even challenge the shot.
No, you're right. Rod mad at himself, too. He slammed the ball down. Thought he should have had that layup. 4th personal on Juwan Howard. Wizards by 1. Webber knocked it away and stole the ball. Up to Eccles, 3-on-1. Liddell, he nearly traveled out to Howard.
Good decision.
Murray for 3.
Yeah. Boy, he needed that shot. Been struggling with his outside shot.
Lenny Wilkins wants time. Wizards on a 7-0 run. Their largest lead, it's 4 points. calling 301 NBA Dunk between 9 and 5:30 Monday through Friday, or try the partial plans as well.
Well, let's take a look at this last three-pointer. Nice cross court from Juwan Howard. Three-pointer good by Tracy Murray, and that was his first of the night, and they really need that. Mike Brown making Chris Whitney pay a little bit for that three-pointer.
And look at Liddell Eccles up high for the rebound. Wizards are on a 36-17 run over the last 12 minutes when they trailed by 15 points. Cross court for Murray, out to Eccles.
Good ball movement.
Open shot, no good. Rebound Atlanta. Mutombo on the bench. Leitner, Corbin, Smith, Rick Hasner, and Henderson for Atlanta. Corbin gives it off to Smith, back to Tyrone Corbin. The jumper is good. 2-point Washington lead at 80-78. Six on the shot clock. Weber.
He's got his hands out there. They want them to call that.
Weber turns, no good. Howard the rebound. Kicks it back out. They'll restart it. Bickerstaff screaming for an illegal defense. Underneath Howard. Turns, knocked away by Smith. Up ahead, racing is Corbin to the hoop, and Murray crowns him, and they'll call the foul. Bickerstaff pleading with Bennett Salvatore about that illegal defense, and the stoic Lenny Wilkins.
Not much argument from Juwan Howard on that last play, but it really looked from my angle that he got fouled on that last attempt.
Official Monty McCutcheon says that was a good block. Tells Bernie at midcourt. Corbin hits the first and ties the game at 80. Strickland is out right now with 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. 4 shy of his career high. Whitney in the game. Murray, the three. In and out, no good. Howard knocked it away, and Whitney chases it down.
Good hustle from Juwan just to keep that ball away from Alan Henderson.
Guarded by Henderson. Howard turns. Contact. He'll go to the line. Bennett Salvatore from way across court makes the call. And Juwan will shoot. 75% free throw shooter, averaging 19.6 a game. That's 17th best in the league. There's the free throws.
Ooh, Washington doing a good job.
Well, credit Rod Strickland with
That's true, 11 of those, yeah.
Howard makes 1 of 2. The Wizards lead by 1 with 7:08 to go. Fourth quarter. Steve Buckhanson, Phil Chenier, courtside with you this afternoon. As the Wizards look for their 11th win in 12 tries at the MCI Center, and an illegal defense called on Washington. That's at least the 4th of the game.
Yeah, that was really a smart play. What they were trying to do was avoid the mismatch, and Chris Weber and Murray were trying to switch off. Murray wanted to stay with Corbin, and Weber was going to stay with Leitner. Just got to do it a little sharper and a little quicker. The second attempt, free throw attempt, missed by Smith tonight.
8 of 10 from the line for Steve Smith. 8th in the league in free throw shooting. Murray, or rather Howard, fronting Henderson. Henderson turnaround, that's short. Whitney tips it, saved alive, and Eccles has it. Howard will bring it over the timeline and wait for his teammates.
Liddell has really done a good job, especially in this fourth quarter, rebounding and paying close attention to Steve Smith.
Whitney racing to the hoop, goes up and can't get the shot. Howard the tip in.
Well, he may have gotten away with a little bit of a push off on the left side.
Left arm.
Yeah.
13 for Juwan, Wizards by 3. Leitner with Weber on it. Chris trying to knock the ball away. For Corbin with Murray on him. Underneath Henderson. Turnaround at the buzzer, and the tip in is good.
Well, Steve Smith got the tip. It looked like there were a bunch of hands up there.
It came just as the buzzer went off for the three-point shot clock. Murray all the way, misses the layup. Wizards by 1. Smith has 18. Rick Kasner, jumper short. Corbin the rebound.
Want to post him up again.
And they do. Underneath Henderson, wide open. Howard fouled. Wizards losing track of players on defense, and Henderson was wide open for the slam.
A nice pass from Tyrone Corbin, and the help that time came from the baseline side, which really I don't think you want to do, because that leaves that defender, that offensive player, in this case Alan Henderson, wide open. Juwan just had too far of a distance to make up from the free throw line.
Howard has 5 personal fouls, and Henderson makes the first to tie the game at 83. Atlanta can take the lead here. 5:14 to go in regulation.
Why is he shooting 2? The basket did.
No, he did not make the bat. He didn't make it. Howard, when Howard fouled him, he missed the shot. 84-83 Atlanta. They grab the lead again. Murray down low for Howard. Against Henderson, turns on him. Jumper is short. Smith the rebound. Went up a little tentative. Thought perhaps he was going to get some more pressure.
Yeah, he and Henderson have been going toe-to-toe, really, past few minutes.
Corbin jumper. Got it. Wizards are going to have to call time. 4:42 to go in regulation, and Atlanta has reclaimed a 3-point lead, and we'll take a break and return to the MCI Center after this. Here's a look at the Giants scoreboard. The Clippers at Detroit tonight at 7 o'clock. Seattle playing at the Knicks at 7:30. Miami at Vancouver at 9. And Charlotte at the Lakers at 9:30. And in the National Football League, Denver still holds a 24-14 lead in the 4th quarter over Pittsburgh with 8 minutes to go in that game. Strickland. Eccles. He'll take the long jumper. Rim it, no good. Rebound, Steve Smith.
The last 2 or 3 possessions, Washington has come up cold. They need to put those shots away to stay in this game.
Hawks by 3 after the Wizards had the lead by 4. Underneath, double team, turnaround jumper, no good. Leitner comes flying in. They call a loose ball foul on Leitner. Last year, Atlanta took 2 of 3 from Washington. They won 100-81 in Atlanta. The Wizards won 97-86 in Baltimore. That was in December. And then Atlanta closed it out in Atlanta, 117-105 in overtime last season. This year, they've won 2 straight, both in Atlanta. Strickland all the way. Lefty, beautiful.
Nice move, yeah. Moves that ball around. It makes it so difficult to block.
Strickland 2 points away from tying his career high of 36.
This is that matchup we saw a lot on Friday down the stretch. Steve Smith.
Corbin, boy, he has been tough. Tyrone Corbin, who had just 6 points and 4 rebounds Friday night, has 13, 8 in the quarter. Strickland again. Murray, got it! 3-pointer, Tracy Murray. 12 for Murray, game tied at 88.
And his second in the quarter, second 3-pointer. That's just what they need to now, is a strong defensive stand.
Corbin again. This one's strong. Tipped out of bounds by Henderson. The Wizards get it back. Murray has his second three-pointer in this quarter, and that one tied the game at 88.
Once again,
Weber, short jump hook, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Atlanta, back to Washington. Mutombo on the bench.
just what I was going to say. Once again, in key situations, key stretches, Mutombo's on the bench.
That's tough to figure.
Yeah.
You got the second best shot blocker in the NBA. Strickland, who has matched his career high with Washington, that's 34. His career high in the NBA is 36. Howard the fake, up strong, got it! Wizards by 2, 90-88. 2:33 to go in regulation.
Very important basket. That time, Juwan really took his time, gave the head fake, got the defender away from him, and then hit the nice shot.
15 for Howard. Leitner in the lane. Lays it off. Henderson is fouled. Call it on Liddell Eccles.
Liddell gladly take that one.
Yeah.
Juwan has 5 fouls.
That's his
Chris
first
has only 2. He's not a good free throw shooter.
60% from the line, but 3 of 4 today. Averaging 10.8 points. And Friday night, he had 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 2 blocks against the Wizards.
He's been their spark off the bench. Makes both of the free throws.
He is shooting wickedly from the line today, as you mentioned, not a good free throw shooter. 9 points for Alan Henderson. Game tied once again at 90. Strickland gives it up to Howard. Dewan now for Eccles. He races into the paint and doesn't get the roll, and Leitner the rebound. Looked like contact.
Oh, it was a lot of contact.
Liddell wanted it too.
Yeah, that was a big no call. Liddell, a very good free throw shooter.
Leitner against Weber. He'll go against it. Low post. Uh-oh, and they're going to call a foul on Weber, but Leitner wrapped around him with the arm.
Yeah, we could see his arm wrapped around him from here, right,
Perhaps
Steve?
it came before that. That's the only thing I could think, Phil. Let's take a look.
Watch his right arm. Wrap around his. Yeah, that's just a hook.
Leitner rarely misses and gets the miss. He's got no points in this quarter, 20 for the game. Makes the second. Bickerstaff wants time. Atlanta has a 1-point lead with 1:39 to go in regulation. And you'll want to come back for the remainder of this game. Hawks have 3 timeouts left full. Washington has 1. Neither team has a 22nd.
As you can see from that chart there, Rod having 2 consecutive good Sundays against Phoenix and now tonight.
A big miss by Chris Weber inside. 1:15 to go. Hawks by 1. Now they switch off Strickland. Jumper. Weber, a big rebound.
Corbin, who has hit some big shots in this quarter, has missed his last 2.
Strickland trying to get around Leitner. Howard, Dewan spots up, no good. Weber gets the rebound, one-handed, and he's fouled. A loose ball foul will be called inside on Alan Henderson.
Boy, that was a powerful rebound by Chris Weber.
And the Wizards will take it on the side. No longer have a foul to give. Going for Howard down low, guarded by Henderson. To Weber, back to Juwan. Juwan, muscle, double team to Murray. Flips it to Liddell Eccles. He fakes, goes up strong, and draws the foul. That time he got the foul.
He's driven to the basket twice tonight that I know of, and I thought he really got fouled. The officials failed to call it, but this time and he gives you so much motion, so much body motion. Watch him, he goes up, arms, legs.
Close call. Liddell has not scored in 18 minutes today and gets the gigantic free throw. He's only missed 5 all season. He's now 29 of 34 from the line, 85%. And makes them both, and they were gigantic. The Wizards grab a 1-point lead with 32.9 seconds to go. 92-91. The Hawks will have the ball, but we'll see what happens with regards to the shot clock. 19,046 to take the lead. And I believe their biggest lead was 4 points. It was. And it's been seesawing since then. Washington leads by 1 now, 92-91 with 32.9 seconds to go. Hawks have 2 full timeouts. The Wizards have 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Mutombo's still on the bench, and you see Washington coming back with Ben Wallace.
Corbin, Rickasner, Smith, Henderson, and Laettner for Atlanta. Eccles, Howard, Strickland, Weber, and Wallace for Washington.
They have Juwan on Steve Smith.
And they lose the ball. A foul is called on Washington. They'll get it on Liddell Eccles. Third personal on Eccles, but free throws forthcoming. The Wizards will get the ball back, presumably, with 20.9 seconds to go, unless Laettner goes to miss his second, and Atlanta got the rebound. Laettner now 9 of 11 from the line. Chucky Brown in the game, replacing Elbridge Rickasner. Laettner 22 points, 8 rebounds, 9 of 11 from the line, and makes them both. And the Wizards will take their final timeout of the game with 20.9 seconds to go, trailing Atlanta by 1. What do you do, Phil?
Well, you know, Rod Strickland has been the man all game long from wherever you want to consider.
Atlanta has 2 full timeouts left. The Wizards have just taken their last. Neither team has a 20-second timeout.
Well, just before Laettner's second free throw, they made a substitution, went with their tall lineup, and that's what they're going with again. So it looks like Steve Smith, more than likely, is going to draw the assignment of Rod Strickland. Here we go.
Strickland draws the contact. He'll shoot a pair. Called it on, I believe, Steve Smith.
Steve Smith had to fight through this pick first of all, so he's a split second behind. He goes over the top. That's what it is. And there's that contact you talked about.
And how about Rod Strickland? 12 of 12 from the free throw. I think it's 13 of 13. And 35 points. This can tie his career high. Get it. Game tied at 93 with 12.3 seconds to go, and Atlanta will have the ball. They'll take a timeout, and we'll keep it right here. So Rod, very tough to make that last one under pressure, but you can't fault him. He has had a tremendous game.
Got stuck on lucky 13, it looks like, but
yeah, he has sat much of the game as he did Friday night. Kembe has only played 2 minutes in the 4th quarter and remains on the Atlanta bench. Wizards defensively, Strickland, Eccles, Howard, Weber, and Wallace. Atlanta with Corbin, Laettner, Henderson, Rickasner.
Once again, they're going with Juwan Howard. Once again, they're going with Juwan Howard on Steve Smith. And remember, Juwan Does have 5 fouls.
That's correct. Wizards picked up a quick delay of game. And now Smith double team. 7 seconds to go. They'll give it to Smith to try to win the game against Howard. Steve Smith, the running jumper. No good at the buzzer. We've got overtime at the MCI Center.
After the quarter, your official number 93, the Atlanta Hawks, 93.
Chris Webber said something to Steve. His lips didn't move. His eyes did all the talking.
The Wizards have played 2 overtime games. One was in Minnesota where they won 91-88, and the other, as I mentioned, was the first meeting between the two in Atlanta where they lost. This is the first overtime game at the new MCI Center for the Wizards. Steve Smith not happy about that.
Well, you know, any player loves to be in a situation where they call his play down the stretch and he has a chance to win the game. Even more so when the game is tied. You know that your missed shot is not going to lose it. So it's even more fun. You feel like there's no pressure whatsoever. All you can do is win the game or go into overtime. And speaking of overtime games, yeah, 14 of their last 16. In fact, they're 3-1 this year.
Including the one over the Wizards where they scored all 9 points of the overtime. 18 on the year. Before the loss to Atlanta Friday, they were 19-17, which was the first time this season they had been over 500. They are 10-6 at home, including 10 wins out of 11 here at the MCI Center, and 9-12 on the road. Atlanta 21-12, 11-4 at home, 10-8 on the road. So they put up 5 minutes and play for all the marbles. In the game to jump center, and we'll see how long they leave it in. Each club now has 3 timeouts. And it's tipped to Atlanta. Rick Hasner with Corbin, Smith, Mutombo, Laettner.
It takes Mutombo a little while to loosen up. He's been on the bench for a very long time.
Laettner against Howard. Baseline. Hustles in, throws it to Corbin for the jumper. Got it. Boy, he has been tough. Tyrone Corbin in his 13th year from DePaul. Atlanta by 2. Murray lost it going up. He'll shoot a pair if they say he was shooting. And they do. Foul called on Corbin. Murray to the line to shoot 2.
Tracy has such a quick release, especially when he really gets in rhythm from that 3-point range. You have to recover quickly, and Tyrone did that, but he kind of overreacted and left the middle open. And you saw Tracy give him a jab step and beat him to the middle of the court.
5 on Corbin. And if the rim could look back at Tracy Murray, that's what it would see. Murray, the 16th best free throw shooter in the league, makes them both. Ties the game at 95. Murray has 14. Legal defense on Washington. And Bennett Salvatore then says it's an inadvertent whistle, his fault, no illegal defense.
And give Birdie some credit again. He started off the game helping the officials. Once again, helping them, letting them know. I don't know what he said to Bennett, but Bennett corrected his call.
In the meantime, 15 seconds on the shot clock. They do not reset it on the inadvertent whistle.
Still working on Juwan.
Weber's got that 1 foot in the lane and 1 foot out. Laettner in the lane to Corbin. At the buzzer, he got it. Tyrone Corbin has been deadly. He's got 17. Strickland challenges Mutombo. Doesn't get a call or the roll, out of bounds to Washington. With 12 on the shot clock, apparently the ball did not hit the rim. Corbin has 12 points. He's got 17 total, 4 in the overtime. Howard, jumper, no good. Gets his own rebound, knocked away. Weber has it. And a fresh 24. They'll kick it to Strickland. Eckler. Murray pulls up, no good. Eccles tips it.
Big rebound, big rebound. Good defensive pressure, though, by Atlanta. Give them some credit. They're out challenging all the shooters.
Howard, corner for Eccles. The jumper, no good. And taken down by Corbin. Atlanta by 2 with 3 minutes to go in the overtime. Rick Kasner, has he been on fire. Timeout by Bickerstaff. A 2-point field goal and the Hawks grab a 4-point lead. We'll keep it here with 2:49 to go in the OT.
Kasner has shown us, Rod Strickland was injured a little bit after that, but you gotta drive that guy back to the baseline or somebody has to step out and switch. That's just too easy of a shot. Watch again, he runs in, he really doesn't force Rick Kasner baseline, which seems to be the principle of Washington's defense. And as he comes over the top, there's no one out there to help him out.
Rick Kasner,
as you were speaking, they showed a stat up on the screen there that showed the shooting percentage of the overtime. And the Hawks are a perfect 3 for 3. Washington 0 for 3. Of course, they got the 2 free throws from Liddell. But that says a lot about this team and why they've been successful in the overtime. Washington has to get something going offensively.
Little Weber with Mutombo on it. Clearing out the side. Chris now double team, dumps it for Strickland. He's fouled, but he did not get the shot up. Let's see what they give him. No shot. Called it on Smith, his 5th personal. Wizards on the side, 24 on the shot clock. 2:31 to go in the overtime. Strickland going free and now across the lane. Turns to Weber, the fadeaway jumper short. Rebound Atlanta.
Washington really didn't have a good rebounding opportunity there. 2 of their players were already outside the key and back on defense.
Howard muscling with Mutombo. Dikembe underneath, score. 2 minutes to go in the overtime. The Hawks by 6. Howard inside is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Clock stopped at 1:51.
Broad made a nice quick move to get away from Laettner and force Mutombo to pick up his 5th foul.
Shooting 2.
Dewan now 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Then Wallace comes in. Tracy Murray checks out.
Tracy Murray.
Murray leaves with 14 points. Dewan makes them both to cut the lead to 4.
Wallace in the game now trying to help, I'm sure, with some of the inside defensive rebounding.
Howard and Mutombo going at it down low. Cross court, Corbin back to Smith for 3. Misses. Wallace the rebound.
Got to hold on to a good rebound, and that's what Bernie has him in there for.
Wizards will take a time. We'll keep it here with 1:26 to go in the OT. And Atlanta leading by 4.
Still plenty of time. Ben Wallace doing just what he was supposed to do, helping with the interior defense, and then coming down and securing that last rebound. The Probably Bernie will get him out of there and put either Tracy or probably Tracy Murray in there.
Our performance this afternoon.
How about that? Yeah, it's hard to believe that Rod has not played in an All-Star game with the numbers that he's had. Certainly tonight, you would question that fact.
Well, today he would have all-star numbers that would put him in it every season. 35 points, one shy of his career high. Wizards get it in. 1:20 to go in overtime. Atlanta by 4. Strickland races, penetrates, lays it up, and gets the roll.
Beautiful.
Rod Strickland with a new career high of 37 points.
And with Dikembe not in there, the shot blocking presence is dropped drastically.
Smith, they give the baseline. Here it comes. What a shot. They gave him the baseline, and he burned him on a reverse layup.
They had no one over there to help, and that's why you drive someone to the baseline to know when you have help.
20 for Smith, into Howard. Slapped away, out of bounds by Smith. Give it back to Washington. 49.4 seconds on the clock, 13 on the shot clock as Mutombo comes back in, replacing Henderson. Atlanta by 4. Murray will fire. Short. Mutombo the rebound and fouled by Weber. 12 rebounds for Dikembe Mutombo, who is the 6th best rebounder in the league, averaging 11.2. No free throws shot. Atlanta inbounds. 44 seconds. They have a 4-point lead. The Wizards miss some big shots down the stretch and allow Steve Smith to get that baseline reverse layup.
No fouls now. It's under 5 seconds.
Smith partially blocked. They'll call the foul on Echols. Got him on the arm. Steve Smith will go to the line, and that might do it. Fans starting to depart the MCI Center. Smith at the line, 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. Now 9 of 11, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. The 7-year star from Michigan State. Makes it again. That's going to just about take care of things with 23.4 seconds to go, and Washington uses its final timeout, trailing by 6 points. Well, they've got to get the ball down quick, put up a 3-pointer, and hope for either a steal or a foul.
Yeah, and then another 3-pointer.
Right. Steve Smith telling the fans, we'll see you back here again for game 4 of this bout.
Atlanta was not complacent with just splitting this back-to-back. They came out and in key situations did what they had to do. Tyrone Corbin hit some big shots down the stretch. They got some good solid play again from Steve Smith. And Leitner, who leads the team in scoring, at 23.
Corbin had just 5 points through 3 quarters, but hit for 12 since that point in the 4th and the overtime. Murray will fire from long range. Got it! Tracy Murray. And Murray commits the foul on Corbin. Will send Tyrone Corbin to the line, just a 65% free throw shooter.
Well, he certainly made his outside shots tonight.
And he also has hit his free throws. He's 3 of 4 from the line this afternoon.
Yeah, coming into the game, this is the best free throw shooting team in the league.
At 77%. Corbin, in his 13th year from DePaul.
Something's going on over at the Wizard bench. Looks like maybe they spilled something. But Atlanta thinking that it's somewhat of a delay tactic.
A ploy.
Yeah.
Lenny walked down and looked at Bernie, and they looked at each other and gave each other a big smile. Corbin, true to his form this afternoon, makes the free throw. Now 4 of 5 from the line and has 18 points. For a guy that shoots 65% from the line, he didn't do too badly. Wizards back down the other way. Strickland for Weber, the three-point shot. No good. Tipped up, that's going to do it. 9 seconds, the Wizards will not challenge. This game is over. The Atlanta Hawks come to Washington and defeat the Wizards for the 3rd straight time this year, handing the Wizards just their 2nd loss at the MCI Center in 12 games. The final this afternoon, Atlanta 107, Washington 102. And Steve Smith will not say a word as he leaves the court here this afternoon. So the Wizards fall to 19-19 on the year, and the Hawks improve to 22-12. We'll be back in a minute.